Strider, 2 new champs on the CT, new blood, new talent.
Yeah, you know, we talked a little bit about the reality of the pendulum shift and the youth coming in and the energy that they're bringing, and you know, just a shift in momentum. And I feel like you know, you could kind of see it coming a little bit through the beginning of the year. We saw it last year with the type of surfing, like say Joao was doing. It was incredible. He just wasn't getting the results, but the points were there, right? Those totals were there, and I was so blown away by how well he surfed. And then to see him come out firing like that this year, and to see Caitlin come in and really kind of click into gear on finals day, it just went in my mind, and it shifted. And then surfers used to come on tour and think, all right, I'm happy to be here. Now these rookies are coming on tour and they want to win a world title. And that is a huge difference in perception and confidence, and something that these athletes are bringing. And it's a big shift in that energy towards these young surfers.
Top 3 of the championship tour all wrapped up. It's time to have a look at our rankings and see where we are coming out of Portugal as we head into Australia. And let's check it out. There's the leaderboard right there. Jack Robinson still in yellow.
And on the men's side right here, you see the top 2 just with the huge gap in after Felipe being in 3rd place. It's almost like if Felipe gets a 3rd place, or like a 3rd place in Bells, and Jack Robinson doesn't even surf the event, he's still going to be in the lead in front of Toledo. So yeah, that's a huge gap for him right there.
I can't wait to see. There's 5 surfers in the top 10 from Brazil. That's insane. These guys are so incredibly dominant in our sport. It's wild.
Callum Robson, Yagadora also making significant moves up the rankings there. We are heading down under to Australia for our next event at Bells Beach. And let's remind ourselves of exactly what happened down there last year. One of the iconic stops on tour, Toledo, en route to his title. That's much later in the year, but showing notice of his form at Bells.
Yeah, the way Felipe is able to just cut through water. And so once you go to those venues that it's an open canvas, it's just so impressive how much speed and how much drive and power he can get through the waves. And he's going to be definitely one of the favorites.
For what we've seen this year so far, who you guys fancying for Bells Beach? Who's your picks real quick?
Go ahead, Stride.
You know, that is a really tough call for me, because I'm confused with the amount of talent that's on tour right now. But I'm going to go with Griffin Colapinto. Just how smooth and how well he surfs on the open face. I think he's going to be right there with Toledo coming into the final.
Jesse, you got a name for us for Bells?
Yes, I would say Felipe is my name.
All right, yeah, pretty safe bets. They're not really going too far out on a limb, guys. I see what you're doing. Let's turn our attention to the women's ratings now. And once again, we've shaken that up here in Portugal big time. Let's see where we are. We've still got Molly Picklum in yellow. She's all alone in yellow now, though.
Yeah, like on the girls' side, you see a little bit more tightness in the rankings. From 1st to 3rd right there, you see Carissa and Caitlin actually tied up, and Molly with a little slight advantage. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of movement throughout this ranking.
Casting our mind back to Bells Beach last year, it was a historic win for Tyler Wright. We saw it in season 2 of Make or Break, how much it meant to her to get that win. And she looked deadly at a spot she's had a relationship with since, well, traveling there with her family really as a young girl. She was impressive at Bells.
Yeah, Tyler's one of those open-face surfers that really has a lot of power, knows that wave really well and where to place her turns. I think that's the most important thing about, you know, Bells Beach, is that there's a certain place to turn in that pocket, and you have to be there every time, or you're not going to get the big numbers. And she's got the recipe for Bells Beach, and I love watching those power hacks.
Yes, I'm with you. I think it's such a tricky wave, and there's a lot of moods, right? Like the tide gets too high sometimes, so the wave kind of just stops. So for her, growing up and probably competing there as an amateur is a big advantage, and yeah, just it fits her very well, that wave.
All right, have we got a name who we fancying just from here? Obviously, we're still a long way out, but who do you like to go for a win this year, looking at the form?
I have to pick Tati, always.
Well done, mate. Well played, Jesse.
I'm going to go with Chris Amore. I feel like she's going to come strong with a lot of power surfing. She's going to be a little upset with her finish here. I feel like she's going to come around that corner and do some really big open face turns. That's really going to impress us.
All right, well, that's it for our ratings for the surfers.